Just as a heads up, this first part of the video will be spoiler free and the second part will be about spoilers. Hey there guys, I'm back to another game review. Today we'll be taking a look at Life is Strange Before the Storm Episode 1, Awake. Life is Strange Before the Storm was announced this past E3 during the Microsoft conference. At the time, I didn't think much of it. I didn't play Life is Strange at the time, so I didn't have an opinion about the announcement. After playing Life is Strange, I was pretty excited for this prequel. Being developed by Deck 9, previously known as Idle Minds, they are not the head developers of Life is Strange, Don't Nod is. Deck 9 is previously known for their work on the Ratchet & Clank HD collection. I was slightly worried for this prequel, and I'm not gonna lie, it's not just the fact that this was being done by a different studio, but this studio really disappointed me with the Ratchet & Clank collection. So after playing this first episode, am I excited for the rest of the season? Life is Strange Before the Storm is about Chloe Price before the events of Life is Strange. This first episode goes into Chloe's mind and her feelings towards the people around her. Characters like Joyce and David are still present within Chloe's life. You also get to see the relationship of Rachel Amber and Chloe Price form within this episode. For a first episode, Before the Storm starts off really strong. This episode gives you a better understanding of Chloe as a character and her relationship with Rachel. Also, you get to see what kind of character Rachel is. Before, you just knew her as the girl who took Max's place and mysteriously went missing once she returned. Overall, Awake is a strong start for this new prequel season, Before the Storm. Gameplay wise, it's very similar to Life is Strange, except you're now playing as a younger Chloe and you have no rewind power. So because of that, whatever decision you make, that's the decision you're sticking with. So it's pretty much like every other graphic adventure game. The first decision you make is the only one you're going to have. To substitute the lack of a rewind ability, Deck 9 has added a new mechanic into this game, which fits Chloe's character very well. I'll talk about this new mechanic in the spoiler section of the video, but overall, I like it. I'm not the best at this new gameplay mechanic, but I really do like this new addition. Also, decision making within this game was a little tricky for me, I'm not gonna lie, because I didn't know if I wanted to go and make decisions as Chloe or as myself, like I did within Life is Strange. I pretty much made every single decision as Max, as myself. So since this is a prequel, I didn't know if I should be doing this as Chloe or as myself. I sort of did a split between the two, you know, some decisions I made it within the eyes of Chloe and some decisions I made as myself. Graphically, this game looks pretty good, much better than the original Life is Strange. Also, the lip syncing was improved a lot within this game. I didn't notice it desync like ever. All the characters have been recasted with new voice actors. I didn't know this until my friend told me about it, but most of the characters sound like their original counterparts, but others sound completely different. Chloe sounded different at first, but eventually started to sound like Birch's performance. So overall, in this spoiler-free section, I can say that Life is Strange Before the Storm Episode 1 is a definite must-play to those who enjoyed the original Life is Strange, especially if you like Chloe's character. If you like Life is Strange but not Chloe's character, I would say wait for this game to be on sale. This game is heavily focused on Chloe's character, so if you don't like her character, it's hard for me to recommend this title to you. I really did like this first episode. It is a very strong start to this new season by giving the player some insight on Chloe as a character and her relationship with Rachel. So now let's move on to the spoiler section of this video. I'll pretty much be talking about story details that you most likely don't want to spoil yourself if you haven't played the first episode. So please click off of this video if you don't want to be spoiled. If you're still here, let's dive into Rachel as a character. Rachel in Before the Storm is played out like she's the most popular girl in school and an honor student as well. So she's pretty much like the goody two-shoes kind of a character, but at the same time being the most popular girl in school. When she starts this friendship with Chloe, Chloe herself is even confused on why Rachel Amber, an honor student, would want to hang out with someone like herself. Rachel starts showing this rebellious side to Chloe and their relationship takes off from there. I like the scene where they were on the train car. It pretty much shows where their relationship started off. With the Two Truths One Lie game to sharing music with them. It was a very enjoyable scene to watch and play through. The twist where Rachel's father was the man who was kissing that girl in the park kind of explained why Rachel got all quiet when they got to the junkyard. This twist actually surprised me a lot and at the same time made sense. It gives Rachel and Chloe another issue to have in common. Their fathers messed them up, but in different ways. Speaking of Chloe and her father, we get to see within this first episode how much his death really impacted her life. Chloe having these dreams of reliving her father's accident really pushed how tragic this event has actually affected her. Every single time, the dream ended with the truck hitting her father in the car. Also, in the junkyard, when Chloe finds the car her father was in when he was killed, that was a really emotional scene. I can imagine the amount of people who cried during that part. I didn't cry personally, but I can definitely feel her pain as a character. So now let's move on to the new gameplay mechanic. So this new mechanic is introduced within the first 10 minutes of the game. Chloe is pretty much trying to verbally abuse the other character to win an argument. The meter will go up on both sides, so if you mess up, the meter will go up on their side, but if you successfully trash talk them, your meter will go up. So it's an interesting mechanic that I'm pretty bad at the moment. It's still a nice gameplay feature that still doesn't match the rewind mechanic that Max had within Life is Strange, but it's a nice change of gameplay that was very different and interesting and really does fit Chloe's character, like I said earlier. Chloe in this game is also still in school, like she still attends Blackwell Academy as a student, so she gets to see characters like Principal Wells, Victoria, and Nathan. Principal Wells as a character didn't change much from the original Life is Strange as far as I can tell, but his voice actor sounds completely different from the original. Victoria is kind of different. I was really surprised when she took our answers for the chemistry homework when it literally spelled out FU. That was kind of shocking, but she does eventually text you some pretty mean shit, so that's sort of expected. Nathan Prescott in this season is very different from what I can tell. He was being bullied at school, and you do get a chance to help him out. The fact that Nathan Prescott, the asshole from the original season, is being bullied by just some random jock was very interesting. Even if you help him out, he still says something along the lines of "I didn't need your help" or whatever. So he's still an asshole in some regards. There's also two new characters at Blackwell named Steph and Mikey. Steph is like a cool nerd girl, and Mikey is like the nerd as well. They're two pretty cool characters, and I would like to go and see where they go from here. And yeah, those are pretty much all of the spoilers I wanted to go and talk about within Life is Strange Before the Storm. If you want to see me talk about this episode more deeply with my friend, you can check out the Two Players Podcast, episode 42. And yeah, I think that's about it. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you guys have not already, you can subscribe. I put new videos up every single Saturday. Want to follow me on social media, Facebook and Twitter, you can do that as well. And yeah, I think that's about it. Thank you guys for watching this video again. I will see you guys next time with more videos. Game on, gamers.